Hi YouTube and welcome to Maria's Kitchen. So I am preparing lasagna for tomorrow, but I'm preparing it today, and that's what I want to show you how to make. So you're going to need a big pot, and you're going to need a big pack of ground beef. I can't really tilt it, but you see how big it is? This is about 2.5 pounds of ground beef. So you're going to brown this first, and you're going to cover it, but you have to keep stirring it with a fork to separate all of the meat. You don't want clumps, but you want it to be, you don't want all the meat to be separate. Right. So while your ground beef is cooking, you're going to take a handful of fresh parsley, and you're going to chop it up and put it in a bowl. Next, you're going to take 2 eggs. And these 2 eggs, you're going to whisk it. With a quick whisk. Next, your ricotta cheese. I'm using a big tube, 132 ounce, but I'm also using a little one, which is a 15 ounce, because I'm going to make a big tray of lasagna. So you're going to put the whole thing inside, and the same thing with the other pack. Put the whole thing in, and little by little you're going to mix it with the egg. Okay, now before I continue, I'm going to use grated Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to add to this half a cup. If you want to add more, you can, but I'm not going to add more. Just half a cup. I'm not adding any salt to this because my meat is going to have salt. All of the cheeses have salt, so there's no need to add salt. Plus your sauce is going to have salt. So you're going to mix this. Mix it until it's well combined. Okay, so this is what your ricotta cheese should look like once it's mixed well. You're going to put it off on the side, or you're going to put it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. The pasta sauce I'm using is ragu. I'm going to use 2 jars. If I need more, you can add another jar, or you can add a little bit of water. I would be adding another jar if I need more. And while your meat is cooking, don't forget to stir your meat. Prepare your pasta. If you have the boil pasta, so it's good to start boiling your pasta now so you can start preparing it. But I'm not using that pasta. I'm using the one that's oven ready, which eliminates the process of boiling it. It still tastes delicious. It's just that it makes it eliminates the process, so therefore having the food ready faster. And these are very easy to make. I'm going to show you how to prepare it. And you're going to take, I'm using 2 packs of whole milk mozzarella cheese. And what you're going to do is you're going to grate it on the big side, not the little side. Using it on the big side. Grate it, set it off on the side, put it in the refrigerator until you're done. And you're going to take, I'm going to cut this whole bunch. You're going to chop it and put it in a bowl. Rinse it, chop it, put it in a bowl. It's already rinsed. And then you're going to set it in the refrigerator until we're ready. Then the last step is just to show you how I season my meat, and then we put everything together. Okay, my meat is done, and I drained all the water. As you can see, this is what you want. You don't want big clumps. You want everything small and separated. Okay, bring it back to the stove. Turn it on. Medium heat. I'm going to start seasoning it. So you're going to use garlic puree. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. homemade sofrito, 1 tablespoon. If you don't know how to make homemade sofrito, I have a video up on it. 1 sobre of sazon. Some adobo to taste. Some more garlic powder. And last, black pepper. Stir it. If all the meat doesn't get the color, it's fine, but try to mix it as much as you possibly can, because you're not even going to be able to tell that not all the meat is colored, because you're going to add the spaghetti sauce, the pasta sauce, into this. Now you're going to taste it. I'm going to put a little bit more adobo. Remember, you're not going to over season it because everything else has flavors, and then together it's just going to be salty. You don't want it salty. Taste it. Okay. Now is where I want it. Add your pasta sauce for 1 whole jar. Here goes my other pasta. I'm going to let this boil, bring it to a boil. Now what I usually do is that I turn this upside down and I leave it on the counter upside down for about 5 minutes, just so that the rest of the sauce can come down. Now in another bowl, I had already had some sauce separated, so I'm going to add some of it. Okay, here you go. Let's add the rest of the sauce of the jar that was upside down. Same thing with this one. We're going to stir it. As we stir it, if I see that it's too thick, then what I do is add some water. I'll be able to tell you in a minute. Okay, now, here you're going to do another taste test. If it still tastes bland, add a little bit of salt. For you. Normally I don't add salt at all, because I just wait to put all the cheese. Okay, for me this is fine. I'm going to leave it like that. And you're just going to heat up the sauce. Bring it to a boil. As soon as it starts boiling, turn it off. Okay, so you're going to need a pan or a glass dish. You're going to put 2 scoops in the bottom. And you're going to spread it. If your dish is bigger than this, then you can put 3 scoops. Just going to add a little bit more. So I'll put 2 scoops and a half. Okay, next is your pasta. You're going to use 3. This is different. You don't have to lay them this way and then that way. These are the no bake. So you're going to put it on the pan, slightly overlapping each other. Some more meat. You have to cover the pasta. Now usually I make it up to 3 rows, 3 layers. Let's see how I can make it this time. I usually start with the corners first. One in the middle, a little bit on the sides. I'm gonna take a clean fork and begin to push it down. Next, you're gonna take your mozzarella cheese, and you can make this as cheesy as you want, but the last layer is usually what has more mozzarella cheese. Okay, and next, the chopped parsley that I told you about. If you don't have fresh parsley, you can use the grated parsley, the parsley, ground parsley, the one in the jar. Okay, then the next 3. Remember what I told you, you don't have to turn it this way. The other pasta, that's how you have to do it. The one that you boil. This one you don't. Okay? Sauce, and you're gonna keep repeating the layers. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll get back to you on my last layer. Okay, this is my last layer. So I did 3 layers. Put the pasta shells 3 times. You can do another one if you want. Another layer, you could do 4 layers or 5 layers. I'm doing only 3 because I'm making 2 trays. Now you see the sides here that don't have pasta, you don't have to worry about that, because when you cook the pasta in the oven, the heat it softens the pasta and makes it expand. Okay. Mozzarella cheese. Now this you can make it with garlic bread and a side of salad if you want. I'll be doing it with garlic bread. Okay, fresh parsley. You see that this layer I put more cheese because it's the last layer. That's why. Sorry for my baby, she's making noise. This is the only time I have to record. And you're gonna top it with grated Parmesan cheese. Okay, so this is how you make the lasagna. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and I'm going to cook it tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so I put it in the oven at 350 degrees and I cooked it for about 45 minutes. And this is my finished product. Let it stand for 5 to 10 minutes before you cut it. And thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye!